Services, Mr. Clarke. Consider adoption of resolution number 412/13 to approve the material revision for the Clayton Valley Charter High School.
Good evening, members of the board. We don't have to remember too far back about how the experience we had as far as addressing the charter petition that came to the Board of Education. And I think it was consistent with our agency to really put the needs and interests of students first, and the board did move ahead and grant that charter. We granted a 3-year charter to the Clayton Valley Charter High School. They're here with this material or significant revision to their plan. We have David Linzey here and key members of their board and administrative team, and the board may have an interest in hearing some of the background about why they feel this is going to be good for students. And then I think we can probably touch back on what the nature of the revision is and what action you need to take as board members, either up or down, with respect to making this revision. In addition, as we get started here, Member Marabella had some questions, and I'd like to just hand those out to the board members so they can see that. And so if you're good with that, maybe we can have Mr. Linzey speak to the board about the educational value of what you're proposing and how you see that impacting both student performance and the community.
Great. Good evening.
Just a minute, please.
Sure.
Bill, in your issue cover memo, you say Mr. Linzey has included all requirements requiring information in support of the school's request for a material revision of the charter. We did not receive any of that material.
Well, I believe that we tried to address that by attaching his summary letter.
Okay.
And so in that letter, he lays out the academic benefits of the program. So that was the intent as far as the documentation.
Okay, I understand that, but what about the material itself? Will it be considered a part of the revision, or what?
Well, the information that you'll need to decide on tonight is whether you would grant the extension to a new location. And then also that in our summary, there's no changes to the curriculum or to the policies and procedures of the charter, so none of that documentation needs to come forward to you. The only information that you really need to consider tonight is whether you would approve the extension to a new and separate location for the material that you've already reviewed and approved earlier with the adoption of the charter.
And the logistics involved in it, including budget, right?
There is a budget component to it.
Okay.
So our thought is that the summary letter, and then that it's confined to the extension of a new school site, that the documentation is sufficient. But I did feel that you probably wanted to hear something directly from the charter about the instructional, what they perceive to be the instructional benefit of it, and how that, and I know there were some concerns about the facilities themselves and so on, so I thought Mr. Linzey could address that to you directly in preparation for questions that you might have.
Thanks.
Okay, good evening, and thank you so much for the opportunity to present our request for you to consider allowing us to revise our charter petition. Clayton Valley's had a tremendous year, so much so that as we're enrolling students for next year, we had room for 550 new students, and about 700 students applied. So we have a waiting list of about 130 students after growing by an additional 100 students to a total of 2,000 students. The success already in the minds of the parents and the community is tremendous, and we're being well received. And so we don't want to turn down additional students. We'd like to accommodate them, but our facilities are full at 2,000. So we contacted California State East Bay, right, the extension a block away from us, because we know that they have good facilities up there that aren't used a whole lot during the daytime. They're predominantly used in the evening. And so we visited up there, had a really good conversation, so much so that they're very interested in allowing us to open an academy up there, early college high school academy. In my past, I've done this twice before, one on Cal State LA, with the Alliance for College-Ready Schools. We have a campus, school on the campus of Cal State LA. And then as a superintendent, we opened up a Bay, they were very interested in allowing us to come up there with a limited number of students, pilot it for this coming year, and then we still have to work out the details of an MOU and all that, but we didn't want to go any further until we knew that we had authorization from you, because it is a revision to our charter school to go off our location to another location. So to offer this academy to extend our programs, we need you to approve of that. If you do approve of that, then our goal would be to work with them on creating an MOU to whereby we could create this early college academy, whereby kids can, their junior and senior years, they can be taking one or a course, maybe 2 courses a quarter at Cal State East Bay, possibly even a partnership with the community colleges. Not the majority of their classes would still be taken with us, but 1 class a quarter is what we're talking to them about, so that they can actually get college credit, similar to advanced placement courses, where kids, if they pass the exam, then they get their college units for advanced placement courses. Well, here, if you actually took a course from the college, you don't need to pass an AP exam, you got the credits on your transcript. It's called dual enrollment. And so they're very interested in talking further with us, and we need to get the green light from you to be able to move forward on that. If it does work out, we're looking at possibly growing to 150 students per grade level. Normally you'd start with 9th grade, then the kids would go into 10th grade, and you keep adding a new 9th grade. They actually propose that we do it in reverse order, start with 12th grade, graduate those kids, then go 12th, 11th grade, and keep each year working it backwards down to 9th grade. And their reason is that they're used to 18-year-olds. They're not used to 14-year-olds, so break them in easy and go from 18 to 17 to 16 and until you finally have a 9 through 12 academy. And we're pretty excited about that. That's a major proposal by the Obama administration, already Duncan, is that high schools partner with universities, and that's what we're doing. We like to bring that innovation to Contra County, and we know that it's in the best interest of our students because they'd actually be earning college credits while they're in high school. Might even actually save them a semester or maybe even a year of college costs. So we're real excited about that. I have board members with me tonight who are real excited about that. Congressman Miller's office is aware of this, and have Barb Johnson with us tonight. I really appreciate her coming out. And this is just a great opportunity for us and for Contra Costa County.
Thank you. Time for questions. Yes, Ms. Wood.
Hi. My son actually went to, while he was in high school, he did go to Los Medanos and did get some college courses. But what, my question here is, if they were just taking courses at Cal State East Bay, why do you have to rent the facility? Are you like, because my understanding is they will take the course there and you rent from CSU East Bay, and then you're not doing this for Diablo Valley when you are saying here that you are sending them both to East Bay and Diablo Valley. And also, the teachers that will be teaching at East Bay, is it your teachers or the teachers of CSU East Bay? And also, students going there, transportation and all of it, it's just the safety and security. Has this been considered?
Good questions. Yeah, the goal is to house these 150 students in 10th grade. In 4 years, it would be 600 students. To house them where they would take their whole education on the campus of Cal State East Bay. It's not just going there to take the course, but we would have an academy there. The first year, renting facilities, because we would be having 6 of our teachers up there, and the kids would have their whole day program up there. And so they'd take 5 classes from us, plus 1 class per quarter from Cal State East Bay. They're actually trying to negotiate with, possibly with Diablo Valley College, to offer courses on their campus too. So without leaving our campus, we're foreseeing that they can take most of their courses from us, our teachers, Clayton Valley Charter teachers, plus a college course from the professors of Cal State East Bay, and then